Good morning, Grizzlies. Today is Thursday, June 5th. I'm Ezekiel Guerin.
And I'm Lily McCarty.
And here's what's going on at Chs Today.
Today is National Start Over Day.
National Veggie Burger Day, June 5th.
National Moonshine Day.
National Gingerbread Day.
Students, if you have not picked up your yearbook, go by room 52, and if you would like to purchase a yearbook, go by the finance office to pay for it, and then collect it from room 52.
Library news. 9th through 11th grade, all items are due by today, June 5th. Your unpaid fines would put you on the LOP list next year. College career news. Stay in the know and be sure to follow CentralHS_college career on Instagram.
Sports news. Anyone wanting to play sports next year for Central High School needs to get a physical and fill out the necessary forms. If you have any questions, email Mr. Young, the athletics director, at christopheryoung@centralunified.org.
Ladies, interested in being part of Central's tennis team next year? If so, join our Google Classroom or follow our Instagram page. Summer practices and details will be posted on there. Again, use this QR code to sign up.
It never fails. Whether I'm speaking to a group in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, a team of Gaelic football players in Dublin, Ireland, or a class of students in Union City, New Jersey, the same question always comes up. Why did the Giants call up a 9th grade world history teacher to speak to their team before they went on to win the Super Bowl? At the time, I didn't know either. You see, when I decided to stop playing professional basketball, I felt a calling to help students. Upon returning to New Jersey, I realized I needed something called a teacher certificate, which required me to take classes to get certified. However, in the meantime, I reached out to several places where I could work with students. And honestly, the only place that responded was jail. More specifically, juvenile detention centers, working with students aged 12 to 18 who have made some mistakes. Personally, I believe just because you make a mistake doesn't mean your life is over. There's still a plan for your life after that mistake. And as you can imagine, teaching world history wasn't the easiest way to build relationships in a juvenile jail. So we used basketball. We started a basketball team in the jail, and it started to work. I remember the warden being impressed and saying, "This is kind of like that movie, The Gridiron Gang, and you kind of look like The Rock." Now that's an exaggeration. He asked us what we thought we might name the team. Some suggestions were Jailbreakers or Bar Busters because of our surroundings at the time. But I thought we could offer something better. We ended up choosing a name, partially inspired by a movie I enjoy a lot. Perhaps you've seen it, The Shawshank Redemption. If you haven't, it's on AMC almost every night, so you probably could watch it tonight. See, there's a quote at the end of the movie that always gets me. Hope is a good thing, maybe the best of thing, and a good thing never dies. See, I believe, and this is our jersey from jail, when we give others hope, it allows them to believe in something they might not have had before. On the other side, which is a future. In the jail, when we changed our team's colors, people began to believe they could have a future too. Now, I know talking about the future can stir up all kinds of emotions: excitement, joy, maybe anxiety or fear. Let's hear from a couple of students about the hope they have for their futures.
My mom's side of the family, they all live in Korea, and it's a very different place. When you get to college, you have to take a giant exam, and it basically kind of decides where you go. Well, I kind of want to try my own thing and kind of figure out where I want to go. And I don't want everything to be set in stone so early, even though that might be a safer path. So that's kind of hard to figure out.
I just want to be happy. I don't know what that's going to be yet. I probably should have it figured out, but I just want to be happy, and hopefully that's with a family and good people around me still, and a career. That's important for me, is finding a career that I enjoy and something that I'm happy and I'm excited to go to work each day.
My current plan is that I want to go to U of M and study osteology, and then I want to go into the military, either the Air Force, Navy, or Army, and fly planes.
Something that makes me feel hopeful about the future is just becoming a teacher and helping kids that are in need. Having teachers in my life that helped me really made me want to be that for someone else.
In my free times in the morning, I like to go to the middle school
down the street, and I help tutor kids and things like that. And a lot of my job is to help kids that are not just struggling in the class, but don't really enjoy school. And I try to like sort of make like school cool for them, I guess. Doing that, there's just one kid that I met, and he didn't like school at all. But through the year of me helping him and showing him that, yeah, you might not like school, but this is kind of what you have to do. And he eventually, I don't ever think he ever finished liking it, but he tolerated it a lot more, and then ended up doing a lot better in the classes that he had.
I feel like everybody has goodness in them, and it just takes someone. If it's someone whose the goodness is a little bit more buried, it just takes somebody to extract it from them. And I feel like if as a society the majority of us are good and good presenting, then we'll have a great future.
I really enjoyed hearing the passion from students like Caleb, who talked about how he enjoys helping middle school students get excited about school and how giving them hope in turn gives him hope. I also appreciated Annika's honesty about some of the challenges she sees in her future. There's a quote that has helped me a lot. When your present has your full commitment, your future becomes clear. Sometimes we think we'll go all in only when we get the big opportunity, whether it's a Hollywood audition, a starting position in a state championship game, or an interview for a top university or corporation. We can put so much pressure on ourselves to get into that position. But what I've found to be true is that some of the greatest opportunities to make a difference are right in front of us every single day. Not under the bright lights of a Broadway stage, but in the fluorescent lights of an algebra class, where you can make a difference by smiling at and introducing yourself to a student who just transferred in. The truth is, when the Giants called me up, I was a bit surprised they wanted me to speak to the team. I remember George, who worked for the team at the time, telling me one of the reasons they called me was because they had heard about my work in jails. Not because I was an NCAA All-American or played in Los Angeles, but simply because I wanted to give hope to students who had made some mistakes. I had no idea somebody was watching me do that. I believe we have a chance to do that every single day. You don't necessarily have to go to a juvenile detention center. You can start right where you are, in your school, home, community, from the least to the greatest. My hope is that you won't care who's watching, because being all in has become more than just a slogan on a t-shirt. It's a lifestyle that brings a hope and a future to those around you for years to come.
Please stand for the flag salute. Ready? Salute. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Today's weather is sponsored by all the staff and what they do for us here at school. Today's a high of 94, low 65, sunny and warm. Have a great day, Grizzlies. The dad joke of the day. What time did the man go to the dentist? Tooth hurty, of course.
That's all the news today, Grizzlies, and don't forget to follow us on Instagram, X, and TikTok at CentralHS_. My name's Ezekiel Guerin.
And I'm Lily McCarty.
And we will see you later.